Alright, what's up everyone? So we're back with a new video. I want to thank you guys that all watched the... Alright, so we're back with another video. Thank you guys for watching the last video. It did pretty good. It's still going up. But certain questions I got on YouTube and Instagram were what I use for these tattoos. And it's pretty much always the same thing for my needles, which is a 3 round liner, 7 round liner, 13 curved mag, 7 curved mag. I recommend you guys use whichever brand you feel comfortable using. I use certain brands. A lot of people I know around me don't like using those, so just find certain brands that you guys want to use or you guys feel comfortable using. But those are always the ones that I use. I tried using round shaders and they're cool. I just don't really need them. And the times I've tried them, I feel like it slows me down because I'm so used to just using a regular 3 round liner to get in the little tight spots and the 7 curved mag. And then for ink, I'm using Pantera just for the black. And then I just recently started using Allegory ink for my grays. And it actually works pretty good. I like the way it's been working. But for this portrait, it is my brother's dog, Storm. I always recommend for any type of animals, or let's just talk about dogs, because different animals, some are a little more furrier, hairier. But for the fur with this one, with Frenchies, they're not like too hairy where you can see in the pictures. They kind of start to look a little bit smooth in pictures, so you gotta do these little things to them to make it look hairy. So what I usually basically do is for certain parts of the areas I keep it pretty smooth. I leave certain breaks, certain things that look like hair. I don't overdo it and try to make it look too hairy. It's all in the stencil. With any tattoo, it's all in the stencil basically. But for this one, there was a lot of black, so I kind of had to use different tones, a lot of different tones to separate, because you didn't want just a big old black like blob. Even though there's a lot of black, there was a lot of lighter tones of black that I used, so when it heals up, you're going to be able to see those separations. But anyways, this wasn't supposed to be the next video for my YouTube channel. It was supposed to be some lettering, but the dude just didn't show up. It was like a no-show. And I usually don't work weekends, and he booked the weekend. And I usually charge a little bit more on weekends, but he just didn't show up. Lost the deposit. He never messaged me, nothing. But it's cool. It's gonna be some lettering. I've been wanting to do like some big lettering like that, but didn't get to do it. So this is the video for you guys. Also, if you guys have any questions on anything, comment down below and I'll try to answer them on the videos after that. Like, I'm gonna go through the comments right now on the recent video and see what questions and just what people are asking, kind of answer them. First one is, are you guys looking for an apprentice? We have a potential apprentice right now, so no. Someone asked, what filter do you use for your filming? I do not use any filter for anything. So yeah, I don't do that. I might up the contrast and stuff a little bit, because when I record with this camera that I use for YouTube, it's really flat, so I have to just like mess with it a little bit. Did you reapply the stencil? That was for the last tattoo I did. Yes, I had to. Let me see. Someone said, hello bro, can you make video about shading and packing, cause I see your shades. Alright, so I have a course that gets really detailed into like my shading. On here you might find little gems here and there. For the most part, if you want to get straight to it, I would recommend buy the course. It is on my social medias in the bios. I honestly recommend them. Someone said, where'd you find that sketchbook? So for the sketchbook that I have, it's a Strathmore paper that I'm starting my drawing on. If you guys haven't seen it, check out the last video. Check out my social medias, I have it there. I found it at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby. But this drawing has been not taking a lot out of me, but it's been pumping me up more to like go bigger. So the next one, I'm gonna keep it the same size, but after that I want to go kind of big and just take my time on it and try to see what happens from there. And then let's see, someone else said, I'm with you about getting into tattooing for the love of creating things and how that makes me feel. I'd be lying if I said I didn't get into it for the freedom that it can afford me as far as being my own boss and having a skill I can rely on to at least feed myself. I am certainly not into it to get rich. I've never been driven by money. I've always viewed money as a tool, not as the goal. Yeah, I feel it. It's I think me also I started drawing at a young age, and I've always just liked creating things. And since like a young age, I always knew I wanted to create something, just because when I was bored, I always had something in the back of my head, or this feeling of wanting to create. And I never understood what it was. I just wanted to create something, and there would be times where I wouldn't know what to create, what to do. So I was always drawing, and that's where it started, and it just keeps me going. Just the love for the drawing. You know, the money is cool. Once obviously everyone needs to make money, needs a job, but that's just a plus with all of this. Like, I just like the outcome of my tattoos. I like when I finish a tattoo, how it makes me feel. But that's the way it is. If you're not in love with drawing or tattooing, you're not gonna get that far. Just because at the end, like, you know, I know people that have been in this for money and their tattoos are not that good and they're kind of sad and depressed, but it's because it's not for them. They gotta find what they truly love. Alright, someone said, what are you running your gun at? Usually 8.9, around there. And it's funny because a lot of people get mad when people use like gun instead of like tattoo machine. I don't really care though, but those are the old school dudes. Then advice for longer lasting stencils. So for the longer lasting stencils, the stencil that I use, what is like the purple, it's a purple stencil thing that like a lot of spots sell. That thing just works super good. I think there's a green one that's better, but that purple one just stays on like really good. I recommend that one. I forgot what it's called. Let's see. Someone else said this was a great video, but made me feel like I'll never get that good. Damn, haha. It's a beautiful piece, great work. The funny thing with that, about him not feeling he'll be able to get as good as me, is that there was a point where I was not starting, but a couple years in, where I felt like I wasn't gonna be able to get that good because I could not get my shading down. My line work has always been pretty good. Since the beginning, my line work has always been good. It wasn't the best, but I already knew I was gonna get it really good eventually. But with my shading, it was always the hardest thing for me. So I always broke everything down after a tattoo. I would slow it down. One thing you have to do with solving a problem is to never quit solving it. And that's why certain people are where they're at in life, because there was a problem in front of them, and instead of them quitting and saying I'm gonna just do something else, they kept at it. They kept trying to figure it out. They kept trying new techniques. They asked for advice. Whatever it is, they figured it out. And that's what it is. That's how it was for me with shading. I kept trying to figure it out myself, look at videos. I got around other artists, like changed everything up until I figured it out. And that's the same thing. You just gotta keep going. You gotta keep pushing. There's no way around it. Let's see. Alright, someone else. I started tattooing at 14 years old. Then I had to stop at 18 years old when I found out I was gonna be a dad. Cause I wasn't really making money and nobody wanted to take me as an apprentice. Now I'm 26, trying to start tattooing again. I regret selling all my machines. I regret giving up. I watch all your videos and you inspire me to keep going. Thank you. Never give up. All right, that's a pretty cool one right there, that you're starting again. Starting at 26, for a lot of people, they would assume that it's kind of late and that they got things going on, but it's not. Starting at 26 is still a very, very good time to start. I know dudes starting a little bit older than that and they're already figuring it out. They're already making money. You know, even if you started early and you quit for whatever reason it was, it doesn't matter. That's just the path that was chosen for you. You figured out the things you had to go through. You went through situations and now he's where he's at now, where he's able to do it again and start tattooing. And there's only one thing you could do, and that's put in the work. Keep your head down, put in the work, don't give up no matter what situations come at you next, because you're gonna have to keep it going. There is no, you know, third chance with this. Like at 26, you gotta get in and you gotta keep pushing. Next 5 years, if you put in that work, you're gonna be doing good. But that's the way. One thing I remember for me, the first thing I ever liked to do besides drawing was play baseball. And I think that's a thing for me too, where I always regretted it because I wanted to see how far I could get with it. But I had tattooing, you know, and I love it also. Let me see. Someone else. I just started about 3 months ago, just practicing on fake skin. I like to do cartoon/anime or not very realistic art, but this is beautiful. I hope to get this good someday. That's how it starts, you know, just getting into it. With a lot of people, like, I think it's one of those things where you just jump into something and you're not expecting the most, but once you try it and you see the way it makes you feel or how better you get, it pushes you to get farther. Because when I started too, I was just doing line work stuff, a lot of lettering, nothing crazy. But then eventually it evolved to me trying to do faces and portraits and color and this and that. And eventually you find your style and you find what you want to do and what you don't want to do, basically. But that was pretty much it for the questions. I kind of want to keep this up for this video and the video after I answer some questions. So comment down below any questions you guys got. But if you still, no. But I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down below, like it, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be posting something on my Instagram for my next video to have like stories, or I don't know, I'll figure something out. It's gonna be kind of cool. But we'll do that for the next video. Also, like I said, to all you guys that have commented, that are just getting started, that are pushing through while they're tattooing, the main thing is to not give up. There's no way around it. It's gonna get hard. It's not gonna be easy. It's just one of those things that you just gotta do. You gotta push through. Anything that you're feeling right now, I've already went through, and I still go through it some days. But it's just the way it is. It's the game. And don't get discouraged by like a lot of these other guys flexing and showing like cars and houses and showing cars, houses, whatever they're showing, or showing this artwork, or showing their studios and showing all these things. Do not worry about that. Like, your time will come. You know, your time will come. You're gonna get where you need to be when you need to be. Just keep working. Another thing, don't overdo it with the working part. You know, still go have fun, live your life. Still want to enjoy it. I love tattooing, but sometimes you gotta kind of relax a little bit, chill out, do your own thing. But thanks for watching this video. Talk to you guys on the next one.